Testing, testing. Okay, here we go. All right. All right, y'all. We here. Okay. I can hear myself. We are here. It is hot with this light on. You know what I'm saying? What's going on, y'all? We are here. Hit the like button, share, all that good stuff. Mind Games Uncut. We're back. So what I can do, so I figure out what was going with the mic, y'all. For some apparent reason, I can't like set a time frame. So I gotta come right on so I can figure that out. I don't know what's going on. I do not know what's going on. I can't like set a time for my live, so I gotta come right on till I figure it out. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Grow Talk? What's up, brother? Everything good? Man, this light kind of like got me hot. We still moving in, getting everything situated. So I'm working on better lighting and all the other stuff. So I got some more stuff got to hook up. But what's up, Kathy? So y'all can hear me now, right? Y'all hear me nice and good? I see the levels and stuff, so I'm good. But this damn light got a brother hot as hell. I feel like a preacher up in here. Look, y'all, we're gonna get it right into it. Make sure y'all share, like, you know what it is, subscribe for the ones who have it. But let me tell y'all something. I on my TikTok, man, is jumping. So they suspended my other TikTok channel. I had like like 7,000 followers, whatever. And anyway, they suspended that. So now I got another Mind Games Uncut uncensored on TikTok. And man, I posted that. Did y'all see the okay, appreciate y'all coming in. Did y'all check out the what Billboard Thornton said about how we should not have kids exposed to like LGBTQ cartoons and stuff? Man, I posted that. It's like almost like at 40, I think I'm almost at 40,000 likes, at 40,000, not 40,000 views on that. And I posted yesterday and people like, man, they salute him, Billboard Thornton. And I'm like, yeah, yeah, man. I'm glad he's speaking out, because he's a big figure in the in the film world and stuff like that. Still gonna see how the hell he got with Angela Jolie, but and I still ain't I can't get jiggy with the scene with him in Monster Ball either. But it's acting. It is what it is, y'all. But listen, uh, so we talking about playing the victim. Do we play the victim in our community? I'm gonna play something. Hold on. Shout out to Angie, because Queen Angie, you know what I'm saying? Like she always played the devil advocate. So this is dedicated to her. So we gonna let me go to let me see. I just say to y'all, I'm like, this fan on, but I'm hot as hell up in here. All this melanin. Let me see. I thought I just saved it. Hold on. God, I just saved it. Hold on, y'all. And it's hot as hell. Yeah, let me hold on, y'all. Let me hit this fan. Hold on. Woo. Jesus. Y'all be seeing me sweating like a slave, man. I got the heat on. It's cold. Actually, it's this. Oh, that might be too high, y'all. Hold on. and I know and I know the rules. You don't really want to have that wind, but hey, I'm hot right now. Did I cut it off? I hope I didn't. Anyway, y'all. So let me play this. God, let me see. Let me go to my TikTok. I think check this out. So listen to this brother over here, y'all. Here we go. Hey, let me just say this. As a black man, I'm so tired of us with this white man stuff. I say us because I'm speaking as a black man. I'm black too. But I'm so tired of hearing that though. You know what I'm saying? Just being a victim. I'm not no victim. So I don't want to hear nothing about no white man. And I've been hearing about this stuff since I've been a kid. I remember walking down the street and I'm like 10, 11, 12. And I'm hearing 70-year-old people talking about, yeah, the white man this and the white man that. Like, it's a demon though. It's a demon that want to make you the victim. It's like the bully, look what they doing to me. Like, that ain't true. You know what I'm saying? You can do anything you want to do in life. You can be like Judge Mack
like Johnny Cochran. You know what I'm saying? Obama became the president. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can do anything you want. Sports, anything. It's on you how your life turned out. Like, you didn't graduate from high school. You didn't go to college. You could have did all this stuff too. Ain't nobody hold you down. Especially in these days. Ain't nobody caring about all that stuff no more. I ain't acting like it ain't no racism, but in general, ain't nobody holding you down. You just want to be the victim. You want to shift the blame onto somebody else while your life like that. White man ain't nobody sitting back trying to stop you. They don't even know you. You a nobody really to them. Like, I'm just saying, you can see the anger. I'm tired of hearing it. I don't want to hear nothing. Don't message me. Don't talk to me nothing about no white man stuff. Get your life together and stop playing the victim and acting like the white man doing something to you, because they not. You know what I'm saying? I just don't want to hear it. Black people, we do that stuff too much. I don't want to hear nothing about it. Y'all can see the frustration and all that. And God knows, in church, there's a solution. Jesus is a solution. In church, we don't talk about all that. You know what I'm saying? God's people won't talk about that. That's the weak people talk like that.
So Gross House said, been having this convo a lot lately. Me and my homeboy had a heated discussion about that. Everything is Trump and ICE fault. Hey, bro, I'm with you on that. Kathy, what you think? Let me tell y'all something, man. I'm changing my the way I move is different. Cause my thing is this, and I understand, don't get it twisted. Black people, we went through hell, you know what I'm saying? Through slavery, Jim Crow, Reconstruction, all that. I get it, we're not the only group that went through stuff, but we the only one went through child sex slavery. So I'm not knocking that down. So this is how I'm gonna get some pushback from, like, even with FBAs, I'm gonna push back on this, because see, even to a certain degree, and I'm FBA like all us in here. We Foundation Black Americans, Solon, Freedmen, whatever. But the thing is, to a certain degree, they play the victim to a certain degree. I gotta call it, y'all. I gotta call it, because we know it's a certain system. It's a system. I tell people, white supremacy, yes, that's true. That's a real thing. But see, if you're gonna talk about white supremacy, you gotta speak on both parties, and it's a global system. Hell, you got Asian supremacy outside of outside of so-called white supremacy. You got Asian supremacy. They all over the world, taking over countries and stuff like that. Like Dr. Claudia Johnson said, hell, we should want to be black supremacists. That's not saying you hate people. They're just a power structure. So I think we get it mixed up when we say white supremacy and Asian supremacy and stuff like that. Black people, most of us think too small. I gotta keep it real. We do. We think too small as a people.
I swear, man, black people be mad at the wrong shit. Y'all be mad at Trump, white America, everything else, but you never, ever, ever be mad at your motherfucking self for not having the education you need to have your own fucking freedom. We are not proponents of history. For some odd reason, black folks won't just go back just a couple hundred fucking years and learn what the hell happened to you. You know it don't take much, right? All you gotta do is go back to 1776, okay? Now I'm giving you a date, 1776. Now I'm gonna give you a fucking word. The word is disenfranchisement, okay? Now because of disenfranchisement, black people could not vote. Okay, do y'all understand that? We didn't have voting rights. Okay, we had something called Jim Crow or black codes that didn't allow us to vote. We didn't have no type of characteristic about ourselves. It wasn't nothing. So you add 200 years to that. So you got 1776, then in 100 years you got 1876, and in another 100 years you got 1976. Well, in 1965, that's when your civil rights kicked in. That's what Martin Luther King marched for your civil rights, okay? I'll give you another date, though. 1863, Emancipation Proclamation. Understand what the fuck happened, okay? It declared freedom for people or African Americans or Black Americans in Southern Confederate states. Southern Confederate states. So that means that black people or black Americans were fighting in the Confederate War, which is the Union versus the Confederacy, the North versus the South, for their freedom. 180,000 black Americans joined the Union against the Confederacy. Okay? Now remember, who was in the South at the time? Who was in the South at the time? The majority of people in the South were Indians and blacks. There was no, the slave ships and all that didn't even make it to the ports for real. You got to understand history. 1492. Okay? So people get mad about Trump bringing in white Afrikaners or whatever. Stop pointing the finger at everybody else and do your own fucking history. You the one that's letting people call you an African American and you're not even fucking African American. You see the refugees that are called Afrikaners. So, motherfucker, are you an Afrikaner? No. You're not even African. But you don't want to make sense to you. The whole point is, back in the early 90s, 1990, that's when that black pride or that African pride came in. The African diaspora kicked in. Before the 1990s, there was no African diaspora. You was black. Black and proud. And even then, black folks didn't even like being called that. So you gotta look, okay, who was we called before then? Colored. NAACP, the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People. And let me tell you something even worse. They tell you that black people don't have a culture. So you like, oh, we don't have a culture. You do have a culture. You know what your culture is? Art, singing, dancing, making music. But you don't understand that. You don't see that. Why? Because you're too busy thinking that they stole everything from you. And they didn't steal everything from you. You understand that? They ripped that shit out your motherfucking heart. They ain't steal, they ripped it out of your heart. You talking about they stole, they ripped it out of your heart. What you think Harlem was? When people was going up to Harlem and having a good old time. Huh? They would celebrate their culture.
Yeah, he's right. He was emotional, but he's right though. You know, a lot of black people, and let me read this. Grow Talk said in Canada B said 100. Hit the like button, share, y'all. Appreciate that. Grow Talk said, my biggest question is, what are we going to do about it? As individuals, what are you going to do exactly, bro? I've been saying that for years. We can get on social media all day. We can do these podcasts. We can get TikTok, Facebook, Twitter. I mean, you know, X, Instagram, and talk all day. But I'm gonna be honest with you. Half of these people, half of us, oh, you cool. Half the people that be on these lives and these podcasts just talking. I'm gonna be honest. And they have a big presence, they have a audience of people listening, but half those people who are listening, I always ask them, like, what are you doing? They get quiet, just like Growth Talk is saying. What are you doing as an individual to make your community better? Say what you want about these illegal immigrants and these other groups. They got a code of conduct, like Dr. Clark Anderson talking about. They have a code of conduct. Cause see, you know, to me, I just keep it real. I know I know a lot of delineation going on, delineating from, you know, like the whole, you know, Black Americans doing anything, FBAs, Solon, Freedmen. Then you got, you know, pretty much Africans doing their thing, Jamaicans, Caribbeans, whatever, right? But this is the question I gotta ask. Show me anywhere in the world that anybody got melanin or so-called black. Now, just listen what I'm saying. I know a lot of Black American FBA gonna say, oh, you know, the Africans are not us and all that. I get that. We got different cultures. I get that, and I agree with that. But show me anywhere in the world where black people really control, have any real power. That's something that nobody can debate me on. That they control the resources. They don't worry about no outsiders coming in. You know what I'm saying? Like, show me, because the show here in America, we ain't, man, please. 54 countries in Africa. That's bad, man. 54 countries in Africa, and they should have nuclear capability, but they don't. That speaks volume. Look at Jamaica. Let's be real. We talk about the black world. It could happen. But why haven't it happened? Because everybody want to be the chief. Everybody pointing fingers. Then you have some that will rise up. They end up getting taken out. And I'm talking about here, Black Americans over in Africa, over in Haiti and Jamaica. You don't have enough people to support the cause. So that's what we in the mess we in. So let's focus on Black America. Okay. We have culture, but I'm tired of the culture being like the brother. He mentioned the music and stuff. That's cool. But we are innovators. We built stuff. We own businesses. We just like here in Atlanta, you got they always talking about Greenwood, Black Wall Street. We hear about Rosewood, but we know about Lake Lanier, but what about Sweet Auburn Avenue? Well, Alonzo Hernan, a barber, built an empire in Sweet Auburn Avenue, started all these black businesses and stuff like that. It was done, but what happened is when we integrated, a lot of black people got relaxed. It starts leaning back, start getting them jobs downtown, and yeah, a lot of black people were talking that black pride stuff, you know, on TV, on radio, but behind closed door, my mom told me she said a lot of them preaching it. They weren't teaching their kids that, and that's why we at where we is today. We should be on a whole nother level. Now, I respect the whole FBA movement because it's lineage based, and that's nothing. There's nothing wrong with that. I respect that, but I think we need to get away from all this name calling and stuff and get back to the mission. Our excuses every time we build, they burn it down. Exactly. My response is, and we also build it back. Facts, bro. Talk. Always talking about, oh, they burn it down. So what? Check this out. Have y'all seen that show called Warrior? I think it was on HBO, but they got it on Netflix. Showing when they first built Chinatown. I think Chinatown came out a little after Reconstruction, after black people came out of slavery. I want to say between 1900 and 1910, if I'm correct. Check this out. Them white people went down there, went to war with the ages. And it's crazy because at the time, if you look at the show, this is based on facts. You had a lot of, 'cause Chinese and Japanese don't get along. North Korea and South Korea don't get along. But let me tell you something. They was warring with each other. But when that white man came in their world, in their city, guess what? They fucked them up. And they got their ass up out of there. And guess what? You still got Chinatown now. You still got Chinatown to this day. You got Chinatown in every major city in America. Facts. Yeah, bro, it was a good show. A good show. You got a Chinatown in every major city in America. Show me a black town. How many black towns we got in America? Hell, how many real black neighborhoods do we? How many black communities in America? Just be real. And I'm not even being negative. I'm not being a cynic and I'm not being negative. I'm just keeping it real. How many? You got a lot of black millionaires, yeah. I'm in Atlanta. Come on now. There are a lot of black people doing good, but guess what? It's by individuals. We practice individualism. So ain't no power in individualism. Nobody respect us as a power group because they know we move separately. Like I tell everybody, let me see facts. It was Bruce Lee show he was working on right before he died. Okay, I think his daughter revived. Okay, cool, cool. Check this out. And I know I ain't did this in a long time. We always this and Kathy, my stance on this. We always do this. Black power. When you like this, it means real unity. You can't break this. But we more like this. This person over here, this person over there, this person over there. You know what I'm saying? I look at us more like that. That's why I never do up the fist. It's easy to do something like that. But it's not many. My family still have their town in Texas. Yeah. And like you said, like you got Chubb Town here in Georgia with Nick Chubb family. They still own their town. You know what I'm saying? And unfortunately, you know, it ain't a lot of resources in a lot of our towns. Because black people love to move out. Sapelo Island, Georgia, where the Geechees at. It's funny nobody don't even talk about Sapelo Island anymore. It's pretty much a done island because you got a lot of islands in Georgia. The crazy part about it, I want to go there. Guess what? What's up? What's up, Queen Angie? Guess what? most of the people and most of the people, damn right, UEOA up in the building. Most of the people on Sapelo Island, Georgia, a lot of the elders on past and all of the grandkids, the grandkids are not keeping the property, and they letting these, just like they did in what's that up in South Carolina? Oh, uh, not Charleston. What did everybody be going to? Not Myrtle Beach. What was that? Hey, y'all, what's the name of that? What's the name of that? Hilton Head. Hilton Head. Kathy B. Shout out to Kathy B. Because I think Kathy, it was it me or who? Didn't you give me the information about the Hilton Head Resort was actually on a grave, black people graves? They like black people own black people own that land, right? Appreciate that, Angie. Black people own that land, right? I think in Hilton Head. I think Kathy, I think you sent me that video. I looked into that, and that's sad. A lot of people don't even know they go vacation in Hilton Head, South Carolina, and that's black land. That's what I'm saying, man. We give up our yeah, oh yeah, Hilton Head, yeah, the Gullah Geechees, yeah. So black people, they built the resort on top of black graves and stuff like they do all over the country. But black people had that land and stuff. But Sapelo Island, where all the Geechees at down there. Cause remember, all the Geechees is on the coast of Georgia, South Carolina, and Florida. That's where all your Geechees at. And it's crazy, man. All the kids down in Sapelo Island pretty much selling their land to the white man. See, we don't have no kind of honor. Other groups don't do that. Yeah, Kat, I think you sent me that. Oh, I found it. And I think I sent it to you. But anyway, that's a fact up in Hilton Head. But what I'm saying, we have no honor in our community history month every month. Facts, Angie. We have no honor. Like the whole FBA movement is getting traction. Now, this is what I would say to my FBA brothers and sisters. Okay, you got something brewing, you got something going. Now let's get away from all the name calling and all the tether babble. And let's get right back to the business of reparations, tangibles, building up group economics. See, anybody that will argue with me on that, you ain't serious. You ain't about your business. Because I don't care about all that calling other people names. Let's get to the business, man. People respect you when you talk about business. Let's get some resources, group economics, educate our people about how finance work. You got to have capital, man. That's the only way it works. Generational wealth. When I talk about generational wealth, I look at it different. Because we got, like, my family got land here in Georgia. We got land, we got a house, a family house is paid for, right? But the thing is, if you don't teach your kids, your grandkids, about the importance of keeping this land in his home, they're gonna let it go. Growth talk. My boys get mad when I compare the mafia to our street dudes, but I tell them the Italian was doing business, we fighting over clout. Thank you, Growth Talk. Growth Talk, I wish I had your thing hotter than fish grease, because that deserved that, bro, for real. You know what I'm saying? Y'all put fire emoji for what Growth Talk just said. Put the fire emoji up. But listen, man, that's real talk. See, nobody want to talk about that. Yeah, the mafia was gangsters, but they were organized. They had the judges, they had attorneys, they had the courts. Even when you had Bumpy Johnson, even though black people, I ain't gonna lie, Madam St. Clair, she had the banks, the black banks and stuff like this, but they still had to go to the mafia to help them fight against Dope Schultz. You know what I'm saying? Because black people still wouldn't really organize crime like that. We don't have no organized crime. You talk about black mafia family, Big Meech and all them, but come on, look. Them guys was here to let it start. It came out of Detroit, came to Atlanta. That's when they really blew up when they got here in Atlanta. Yeah, I think it came Black Mafia family once they got to Atlanta. And guess what? Them guys, they destroyed. I never forget when them guys at the height of their criminal empire, they had a white lady. She's a DEA. She came on TV. She said, "We about to bring them down." Them brothers had, listen, these fools wilding out in Atlanta. They had billboards talking about the world is ours. They had billboards downtown Atlanta, y'all, saying the world is ours. Drug dealers. Like I tell everybody, only reason why black people don't have any power in this country because we don't move in the shadows like everybody else. We love to be seen. We love to act like we got money. Let me look this up again. Hold on. Let me because the number keep jumping. And this is a good example, y'all. Hold on. This is a good example. Bear with me. See, this, and I'm not trying to shoot my people down. Let me see. BML started dropping too many bodies, especially in broad daylight. Then the fucking bit exactly, bro. Check this out. Let me see. Let me look this up. Cause I know the numbers is a lot higher. Let me see. Let me go to this. Come on, damn. My fingers too fast. Okay, let me do this. I'm gonna make sure I get the accurate number. I don't wanna tell y'all. Let me see. Here we go. Cause they keep jumping up. How many? Yeah. Okay. So check this out, y'all. You know how many billionaires do y'all think we have in America? How many billionaires y'all think we have in America? Take a wild guess. How many billionaires we have in America? Total. Can y'all take a wild guess? I'm talking about billionaires, not millionaires. How many billionaires do we have in America? Nobody want to guess that? Okay, I'll tell y'all. Might be a delay in the chat. But we have 989 billionaires in America. Look, as of March 2026, the United States have recorded 989 billionaires, the highest number of any nation, holding a combined wealth of 8.4 trillion, according to Forbes. Okay, this figure represents a continued rise in the number of U.S. billionaires, driven by surging stock markets and AI technology. Now, check this out. Hold on, I'm saying it again. You got, I said how many billionaires we have in America, but I already gave the statistics. We got 989 billionaires. We said 5. Now, how many black billionaires you think we got out of that 989 billionaires? Kat, you saying 5? We got 5 black billionaires? Out of 989 billionaires in America, right? The country we built, we got 14. Y'all said how many? We got 989. I thought we met us. No. Us, we got 14 now. It was like 10, but we got 14 black billionaires. But we know who they are. Let's just pull them up. Yeah, let's just and see. I can talk about the white ones, but you never, these families you never heard of. So here we go. Here are your 14 black billionaires. Okay, as of 2025, there are approximately 11 to 14 black billionaires in the United States, represent a small fraction, nearly of 3,000 billionaires worldwide. Prominently, 2 U.S.-based black billionaires include Robert L. Smith. We know him; he won paid off Morehouse. You know they, the tuition at Morehouse. David Stewart, we know about him; he's a technology guy. Oprah Winfrey. So y'all know kind of about Robert L. Smith. Y'all probably don't know about David Stewart. But y'all know Oprah Winfrey, Jay-Z, LeBron James, Tyler Perry, Michael Jordan. I'm trying to name the other people who they got, because let's say 14. But think about this. They are highly wealthy black Americans that are undercover wealthy, as well as other. Yeah, side note, facts. That's true. But you're not touching these. Put it this way. And I'm not even trying to be funny. They say Jeff Bezos got half of black wealth. What's Jeff Bezos' net worth? He's worth $224 billion. Exactly. Angie, you're right. Time for us to build wealth in secret without showing our hands. Facts. I agree with that 100%. That's why I said we got to move in the shadows. But he got $224 billion. That's half of that's over black. Half of black wealth. Man, please. Now check this out. What's Elon Musk's net worth? Elon Musk is worth $852 billion. No black person will ever catch up to that. Not even probably even they probably won't even get up to what Jeff Bezos at. They probably won't even get. I'm not even be funny. We probably won't even get what Mark Zuckerberg. I think he's like 70 something billion. And I'm not trying to. I'm not shooting down my people, but you gotta understand, y'all. These people got money. I'm not bragging about these people. I'm just saying the thought process of these people. These people are building damn space stations in another world. That's where they heads at. We worrying about damn who got the damn most expensive jewelry and clothes and shoes. Who got the nicest house and the biggest cars? That makes no goddamn sense. I'm for real. Listen. I'm looking at Jasmine Crockett. Let's bring her up real quick. Sister girl. I don't hate Jasmine Crockett. Listen, man. I looked at some videos of that sister years ago before she got taken over by the Democratic demons. This sister's a very intelligent woman. She's fine, I ain't gonna lie. Shit, man, Jasmine Crockett now, she. But anyway, very intelligent sister. If you look at some of her old footage before she got turned over, she got flipped over by the Democrats. Very intelligent sister, y'all. But when they got her start acting ghetto, see, that's how they look at us. They don't look at us as professionals, classy people. We gotta have some kind of ratchet shit going on in our community. Even with our most professional black people, it gotta be some kind of hood, something hood. I don't know what it is. Let me tell you something. This chick come from a prominent black family in Missouri. And I know some people talking about she got some kind of tether, she got some kind of immigrant background. I don't care about that right now. My point is this: it's a lot of black Americans who come from well-to-do families, very educated, and never struggled a day in their life. I'm just gonna keep it real. It's some like that. But we rather glorify the bullshit instead of somebody who had both parents, had the best education, put their kids in the best schools and put them in all kind of nice programs. The only reason why we won't and not can't build real substantial wealth is out of fear. And yeah, you're right. And yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I'm just saying we like to promote the negative side of blacks, and everybody got negative sides to them. White people, Italian, Jews, whoever, Asian, Mexicans. But the thing, for some reason, if you ain't hood and ghetto, you ain't real. And that's why they had Jasmine Crockett popping her neck and dancing and all that crazy shit. And that's why she lost. That's a fact. Now she crying. Playing the victim, the original title. Do we play the victim? She playing the victim. Let me pull it. Let me see something. Hold on. Let me see something. Hold on, y'all. So she doing this right here. Let me see something. Hold on, y'all. Let me see. Because I think just for a second, y'all. Hit that like button, share the live. Yeah, appreciate y'all coming through. So we finally got this thing right. So let me see this. Okay. Now check this out. Y'all hear what the Cuban lady said. See, this how they played the black community. She up here caping for illegal immigrants, but check this out.
Show up. Oh. What do you mean? Jasmine not going to Congress for Texas? Oh, Crockett, girl, you only dream. Listen, Jasmine, what was that one quote that you said? Let me think. Oh yeah, we're done picking cotton. We can't pay us enough to go find a plantation. Yeah, you remember that? I remember that. How could I forget? See, 6.5 million Hispanics.
I saw that, Grow Talk.
Which is like the majority of the electoral vote here in the state. And you mean to tell me that you think that we're still picking cotton? Hell no, girl. Hell no. That's why you lost. You're fucking racist. I'm gonna tell you something real quick. If you would have pitched that in 2002, 2001, you probably could have gotten like a good drift. However, that was people in the past. Those kids that I grew up with that were chasing a field every summer, every spring with their parents.
Now look, see, you look at her, you'll say, oh, she like a light-skinned black woman, or might be Dominican. She Cuban. A lot of black people give her a pass, like, hell, man, you know what I'm saying? They one of us, Black and Brown Coalition. She basically said it. It's no Black and Brown Coalition, y'all. That shit been dead. The chick just said it. And them black fools gonna still sit up here talking about some we gotta fight for each other, black and brown coalition, all that bullshit. Yeah, real talk. Yeah, I seen Tiffany Henry. She she's running for Republican here in Fulton County. I said, girl, you crazy. All this corruption in Fulton County, you gonna come here? I guess she get in what she fit in it, huh? She because she know what corruption like. Chicago and Atlanta probably when it comes to crooked politicians, I think it's Chicago and Atlanta, man. Yeah. Let's listen to some more of this chick.
Parents moving school to school because they had to go pick fruit with their parents are now grown up. And guess what? Do you think that they're going to go back to picking fields when they have a citizenship? No. As a matter of fact, they're not even looking to vote for blue people with blue policies that put their parents in fields. Fuck no. Some of them are real estate investors, business owners.
Okay, bro.
They're passing down generational wealth. And you think that they're picking cotton. You out of your goddamn mind. I'm going to remind you real quick. The majority of the Latino voters for Trump here in Texas live in the southern border. You know what happened in the southern border? No. Why? Because neither you nor Kamala have the balls to go down there. I'm going to tell you what happens. Along the Texas border, poverty levels are sky high, as it is. When you import a bunch of riffraff from third world countries and they end up in those southern border towns, they strain the resources for those people. Those people can't even survive. And then you're bringing in all this fucking riffraff with a CBP-1 app ticket master to the United States, and you leave them there? That's why our governor had to ship all those fucking people out. And then y'all complain, oh, you were shipping on. Yeah, because you guys brought them here. You blue people brought them here to Texas. And the southern towns were suffering. Not only that, but there was violence across the border in Tamaulipas, in Reynosa, all those cartels fighting to bring all those people over here. Why? Because they were profiting billions of dollars. And your ass still thinks that we're picking cotton? Take that. No Congress for Jasmine.
Hey, man. Because Jasmine Crockett did say that. Them people ain't stupid. Listen, the illegal immigrants, the Mexicans, them Cubans, they don't have to do what they did damn 15 years ago, y'all. They ain't stupid. These people, they don't caught on to how America works. And most of them jokers vote Republican. It's a lot of videos. See, I don't know what these dumbass Democrats get that shit from. Like I said, ain't no black and brown coalition. That shit is dead. I had so many people come on my podcast on TikTok, immigrants, coming on like, look, get them out of here. I'm talking about jokers can barely speak English. They're like, no, we don't want them illegal immigrants here. Their own people don't want them here. So your boy Trump got a lot of support from them damn illegals, y'all. And nobody want to talk about it. See, this is the problem with the black Democrats. They know it's over. And I'm gonna be honest with you, FBA killed it. I tell people, I say FBA killed Jasmine Crockett chances. They killed Kamala Harris first. Stacey Abrams down here in Georgia. They did it. FBA did it. Because let me tell you something. Think about it, y'all. This is just simple math. If 98% of people voted for Kamala Harris, that other small percentage of black people like us who didn't vote for them, it's a difference. You need all black people votes for the black people to win. We don't make up 13%, as they say. We probably make up more than that, but population, but it don't matter. For a black politician to win, you think Barack Obama got in just called black votes? Hell no. A lot of white people voted for him. Like a lot of them. Because they know he's the first biracial president. He's not the first black president. Let's just keep it real. Morgan Freeman was right. Let's talk about that before I get out of here. Barack Obama was not the first black president. He was the first biracial president. They're gonna hurt Keisha. Oh yeah, bro. Keisha Lansbottom not gonna win. Look, let me see. I'll just pull. Let me see. Let's throw all the receipts out tonight. Let me see. Because I think her, let me see. What's Keisha Lansbottom budget? Let me see. Hold on. Let me see something. Hold on. What's Keisha Lansbottom budget for running for governor of Georgia? So Keisha Lansbottom raised a $1.1 million, y'all. $1.1 million. That's not enough in this state of Georgia to win the governor's seat. I didn't even got to pull up the white guy who run Republican. He got billions of dollars. He's a billionaire. Like I told y'all, you got to build super PACs. Black people run around talking all that crazy shit. Every time you talk about money, we get quiet. Just like that movie, Let's Do It Again, when they were trying to get money for that daycare in Atlanta for them kids. When Bill Cosby and Sidney Poitier was up there, you know, there were the Masons, and they were trying to get money up from black people. And they were like, yeah, we got to put our heart in it. Everybody was all riled up, yelling that we got to put our Say we gotta put our heart in it, we can do this and da. And guess what? When Bill Cosby stood up and said we gotta put our money in it, he said we gotta put he said something about money, and black people got quiet. That was in 1976 or 72, and we still like that now. Grove Talk said, look, I'm gonna be honest. I'm not voting for her because she left in the middle of her marriage. Exactly, bro. She ain't finished that. What she didn't finish that makes you think she won't finish the governor. Exactly, because the governor is totally different from, and the people mentioned that too. I seen that. She's not gonna win, man. And guess what they're gonna do, Grove Talk? They're gonna blame the black man. Oh, the black man didn't vote for Keisha Lance Bottom. I didn't vote for Stacey Abrams. Let me tell you something. I voted for Stacey Abrams the first term. Then I went to a convention, this Juneteenth convention, years later, and talked to the ex-president of the NAACP. And guess he told me, man, she ain't for black people. She's in the LGBTQ community. She's involved with some kind of white woman, allegedly. Yeah. Even when she was on the 85 South podcast, they were asking her about reparations. She said, if y'all get it, let me know. Yeah, you didn't get my vote, lady. I'm sorry. I don't care if your dark skin got locks and you look like auntie. That shit don't mean nothing no more. I'm being honest with y'all. That color shit don't mean nothing no more, really. It doesn't. To a certain degree. It doesn't. It doesn't. Because, see, we can't keep saying because you black. Nah, we don't rock like that. Nah, them days are over. I gotta vote for her because she's black. No, I don't. Or he. I don't. No, I don't. You can call me a coon or whatever, a sellout, Uncle Ruckus. I don't give a shit. Get out your emotions, black people. You know what I'm saying? We got bigger fish to fry. You know what I'm saying? Like I told y'all, I might get up out of here. This is long. I went a long time, but we cooking. The thing we gotta understand is this: we gotta go back to the barter system. We gotta build trust amongst each other. It's sad we gotta go back and do this, but we should already be way ahead. Other groups get this, come up, do the barter system, so we can trade with each other. So we can build trust. Once we build that trust up, we can start doing business with each other. When we start doing business with each other, we start building communities and stuff like that, and implement families, having families, nuclear families. You know what I'm saying? That's what everybody else doing. It's a simple fix. It's not even hard. Then you got this so-called gender war going on with black men and black women. These black women talking about not these sisters in here. I know these sisters. Most of the people in here, like the women in here, I know they married and they love black men. But you got a lot of these sisters. Somebody don't need a damn man. But guess when her oil changing or somebody running behind her ass, she gonna need that. I never forget. We was here in Atlanta doing. We partner with this group. These sisters, they LGBT community. They real. I ain't gonna say their name, but a lot of good work here in Atlanta. Some sisters, they LGBTQ, but look, they get out every other day. They make sure they feed, they clothe the homeless here in Atlanta. They got a washing machine. They wash their clothes. They cut their hair. They got a bus. They cut their hair. All that, right? So we used to go down there and we helped them out. I never forget. It was a sister. I ain't gonna say her name either, but man, her was walking. And you look at her, you wouldn't think she LGBTQ, but she probably wasn't bi. She probably biracial. Anyway, man, her was talking. She said, I ain't gonna lie. She said, it feels so good to have men around when we walking out here because we are women, and some of these men, because they homeless don't mean they won't rape you or anything like that. Yeah, man. She told me that. I never forget. I'm like, damn. I guess they do need a man. God damn it. Let me see. Katie said 100. Grove Talk said, yup, black folks talk about money. Everyone else is talking about finances. That's a different facts. And just said, even if you're not married, Queens, stop dogging out black men, kings. Exactly. Appreciate that. For real, man. Yeah, man. We cooking tonight, man. Make sure y'all check us out. Good morning, live from Africatown, LA. You know what I'm saying? We didn't get on this week. We'll probably get on sometime this weekend. And stuff like that. But I'm gonna do my live. I'm just gonna pop in. For some reason, I'm with my mic work. I gotta figure that out. But yeah, man, like I said, Grove Talk, right, man. We gotta stop talking and start acting. And we gotta start moving in the shadows, y'all. That's the only way. And some of us, unfortunately, ain't gonna make it. Some of us don't care. And I'm gonna say this before I get out of here. I know it's tax time. Y'all know how I feel about income tax. They need to end that shit. I want to say this. Think about it, y'all. Why people don't, this is how you know they got everybody, not just black people, but everybody caught up in this bullshit with taxes. Everybody pay taxes, right? Even if you file exempt on your taxes, you pay tax. You know why you pay taxes? Because you go to the grocery store, you pay tax. You go to the hotel tax, gas tax, we get gas. everything is taxed, so nobody gets out of it. You just got a lot of greedy corporations just want to get money from people. Crazy, right? So this is my thing. I think even Trump wanted to do this. Get rid of income tax. Let people bring home what they make. If you run a business, it's optional if you want to write your stuff off. You know what I'm saying? If you got to thrive in business, that's different. You make more money if you bring home what you gross, right? That's common sense. And guess what? Unfortunately, I'm not just gonna say black people, but poor people, because they make more money, what they're gonna do? They're gonna put more money in the economy. I know the thing is when you get your taxes, people still put money back in the economy, but if you get paid every week or every 2 weeks, you're gonna do it faster. That's my take on that. But I went to Walmart. You don't go to Walmart too much. I had went a couple weeks ago to get something. And guess what? You know it's tax time. I'm seeing black people. TV, everybody got a flat screen TV, y'all. Why every time people get their tax return, they go get a damn bigger flat screen TV? Why? Why? They let me know you're doing the wrong thing with your life. You up here on TV, watching TV all day. Well, you should be investing. That's another thing, y'all. We got to get into the stock market, understand the stock market, investing, man. I learned so much. Oh, man, I'm taking a course. Oh, my God, bro. I wish I knew this when I was 20s, but it's cool, though. I'm teaching my kids. I'm teaching my grandkids. I'm going to set him up getting penny stocks and stuff like that. Set bump all them toys. Set your kids and your grandkids up. Get them some stocks, some CDs, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? That's the level we need to be on. But that's another conversation nobody want to have. Anyway, y'all, I'm out of here. Appreciate y'all. Like, share, all that good stuff. And that being said, I'm out. Peace.